Dear students, dear watchers, dear subscribers, today the topic is American literary periods. We are going to talk particularly about, and I'm going to teach you that the Romantic period, according to the American literary periods, or according to the American literary movements. The topic is the Romantic period. Myself, inspirational speaker, leadership business coach, master trainer, language trainer, vlogger, novelist, Professor M. Raza. Today I'm a little bit out of my throat and I'm having ache and some uh, smoky problems due to smoke. So I'll try my best to give you the best audio. But if there should be or there would be less opportunity, then please pardon me about it. The topic, let's back to the topic. And before going to start the topic, we have two more channel for the services of Urdu literature, Murshid Urdu Professor M. Raza, and for the services of classical Islamic sciences, logic, philosophy, and Fiqh Solar Fiqh, we have a channel by the name of Jamed Darulum Sheikhul Islam. So I hope that you will definitely subscribe and hit the bell icon to all. So the topic is the Romantic period. But I have write down two particular dates here. The first date is 1790 to 1850, and the second date is 1830 to 1865. So why I put these two important dates on this particular period, the Romantic period, because we have a slight difference or we have a slight issue when we are going to talk about particularly about special features of the Romantic period. So I have decided a pivot or a parallel position or a level to understand it for all of us, that when we particularly talk about that where from the Romantic period start, the actual date should be 1790 to 1798 or 90 1790 to 1798, the starting point, and the peak point of this particular movement or era should be or would be 1850. But when we talk about that, what is the highest or the peak odds or peak performance of the Romantic period, that will be from 1830 to 1865. The last 15 years from 1850 to 1865 are the conversion period to the next literary movement. So I hope you got the idea and you fetch the understanding of 1790 to 1850. I'll try my best to sort out the ambiguity or ambiguous term or ambiguous problem in between, because when you are going to listen the lectures by other teachers on YouTube or beyond the YouTube, they write 1792, 1795, 1798 and 1780, and up to the last figure is 1865. So I hope you got the idea and you have the pivot or have the balance ranking or level to understand these two most important dates, and that will never be gone wrong when you are going to write down your question. The next is the important thing we are going to discuss is definition. The Romantic period. The Romantic period in American literature spans from 1830 to 1865. This era emphasized emotion, individualism, and the sublime in nature, often as a reaction against the rationalism of the Enlightenment and mechanization brought by the Industrial Revolution. Romanticism challenged rational and logical thinking in favor of emotion, creativity, and imagination. It placed value on the individual over the ground and celebrated the natural worlds over man-made order. Romantic Romantic literature sought to explore the depth of human experiences and the emotional aspects of the human psyche. So, the most important points of the definition are sublimity, individualism, emphasized emotion, enlightenment, and the mechanization brought by the revolution or industry revealings. And we can say the most important point in this particularly the emotional aspect of human psyche. So the next we are going to discuss all the influences, particularly about industrial revolution. These are the influences that causes or that create the romantic period, or that start or enchant the romantic period. Industrial revolution, the rapid industrialization and urbanization of society or societies led to a counter movement that idealized nature, rural life, and the pastoral landscape as a refuge from or a refugee from the dehumanizing effects of factories and mechanized labor or technical labor. The second influence or the second important point is westward expansion. The concept of manifest destiny and the exploration of the American frontier fueled a sense of adventure and the sublime with vast untamed landscape, providing rich material for romantic writers. The next important influence or the important point, aboli- uh, abolitionist movement, the growing opposition to slavery and the fight for social justice influenced literature, with many writers addressing the moral and ethical issues of their time, often through deeply emotional and personal narratives. The last but not least influence, European Romanticism. American writers were also influenced by the broader European Romantic movements, drawing inspirations from its emphasis on individual expression, nature, and the supernatural. So these are the important points I want to re teach them, or I'm gonna re narrate all these points. Industrial revolution, westward expansions, abolitionist movement, and European romanticism. And common themes of this particular era, the romantic periods, are now we are going to discuss nature. Nature was celebrated as a source of beauty, inspiration, and spiritual renewal. Writers depicted it as a powerful, almost divine force that could evoke strong emotions. Next important point, individualism. Work emphasized the importance of the individual, personal freedom, and self-expressions. Characters often embarked on journey of self-discovery and personal growth. The next important common theme is imagination. The imagination was seen as a vital tool for exploring new ideas, creating art and understanding the world in a deeper, more meaningful way. The next point is intuition. Intuition or intuitive knowledge and feelings were valued over rational thought and logic, reflections, a belief in the inner voice and emotional truths. The next important point, the common theme is supernatural. Uh, intuitive intuitive knowledge and uh, Feelings were valued over rational thought and logic reflections, let me repeat it, valued over rational thought and logic reflecting a belief in the inner voice and emotional truths. Style and genres of the Romantic period are the important symbolism. Symbolism was this is the first point. Symbolism was a key technique with writers using symbols to represent larger themes and ideas, adding layers of meaning to their works. The next important point is Gothic genre. The Gothic genre, with its dark, mysterious settings, haunted castles, and psychological horror, was popular subset of Romantic literature, reflecting the era's fascination with the macabre and the irrational. The next important point is exotism. Exotism literature often featured exotic locales and cultures, reflecting a fascination with the unknown and the otherworldly. These settings provided a backdrop for exploring complex emotions and philosophical ideas. Lyricism and poetic prose. Many romantic works featured lyrical flowing prose and poetry that aimed to capture the beauty and emotional depth of the subject matter, often blurring the lines between prose and poetry. So these are the much important and very basic and very important points of the Romantic period. So it was the topic. We will discuss it in detail with the new lectures coming soon, inshallah. So in this lecture we have discussed that what is the Romantic period, what is the Romantic period, and what are the pivotal point between the dates, because somewhere the different dates and so on. So then definition, then the keynotes, features and influences, and at the end genres. So let me go now. Before going, I would like to request you that must subscribe and hit the bell icon. And let me go now and say with me: do something more for humanity, do something more for knowledge and practices. Have a good day.